This is Pastor Montgomery here in the study. I'm actually recording this from my house today, and been reading in the book of 1 Samuel, doing some preparation for a future series. And in 1 Samuel chapter 19, David and Saul are at the beginning of their conflict, and Saul has gone to his officers and said, "Hey, I want you to kill David. I want you to just end his life and be done with him." And then when Jonathan hears about it, he goes to his dad and says, "Man, what are you doing? David's like our best guy. He doesn't mean you any harm. He means you good." And Saul listens to Jonathan's reasoning and then steps back from his command. Okay, no, we're not going to kill David. I'm going to welcome him back in. And he brings him back into his fold and has him be his lieutenant again, so to speak. And so, but what we see is that Saul still had the issue of jealousy and envy in his heart. And though reason had reached him for a time, reason is a very poor substitute for repentance. You can come face to face with reason and say, you know what, I know I need to give this bad habit up. I know I need to walk away from this sin. I know this relationship's not pleasing to God. And we know those things in practical aspects. It's going to cost me. It's going to be bad for me. It's going to be there's going to be relational pressure on this if I continue with it. But reason, is, as I said earlier, is a very poor substitute for repentance. What we need is to come to a place of repentance. And that is granted by God. When we see not just the effect of sin on me and what it's going to do to me and mine and what the pragmatic outcome of sin is going to be, but when we see what sin is doing to the heart of God. And David gets to the place where he understands what repentance looks like when he says, "Against thee and thee only have I sinned and done this evil in thy sight." And he's understanding that his sin was against God, and it was a wound against the character and the purpose of God, against his relationship with God, and that was the thing that grieved him the most. And so let me challenge you to not just stop at a place of reason, but ask God, "God, grant me repentance. Show me not just what this sin is going to cost me, but show me what it's going to cost, or what it does to our relationship. Show me how it wounds you. Show me the cross and the cost of my sin at the cross." Hope that'll be an encouragement to you, and we'll talk to you next time in the study.